Hello and welcome to this travel episode with me, Nyasha K. Mutizwa. Now, when you travel, how much do you think about the well-being of animals? When you take your camel ride on the Sahara Desert, do you consider the hook the camel is attached to? When you go to see performing dolphins in the marine parks, do you think about what they might have gone through in order for them to be able to perform those tricks? When you go on your safari cruise, do you realize how much the carbon emissions from that car are affecting the air surrounding the animals? What is your attitude as an African tourist towards animal welfare? The release of some statistics from World Animal Protection, a non-for-profit organization, show that people do not understand what is acceptable in terms of animal welfare and do not realize how much animal cruelty happens behind the scenes and in the early stages of an animal's life when they are being trained, Jerry.
So what are some of the examples, Yasha, of, things that tourists could do that, are putting maybe pressure on the animals or that are hurting the animals?
Well, we'll talk about some unconventional animals. We'll start with the camel, rather. So camels are used in tourist attractions, mostly in the northern part of Africa. Camels wear fabric muzzles or are chained and pulled to the point of broken bones. After, they spit or they bite, which indicates that they feel that they have to defend themselves against people because of previous bad experiences. It takes camels 6 to 8 years to become mature, and their bone formation is not completed until later. If camels under 4.5 years are used in camel rides, their growth can be seriously affected. Unfortunately, it is common in many places to use camels that are too young, knowing that this is comfortable, do you think that this is comfortable for you to put all your weight on what might be a baby camel? Now to another increasing trend among adrenaline junkies, shark diving. For some, it's a dream to lock themselves into a cage and watch sharks swim all around, enticed by food that is thrown in to get their attention. But is cage diving with sharks an ethical way to see the ocean's top predator? Due to feeding, or chumming as it's called, links have been made between feeding sharks and an increase in shark attacks. Some feel it is an unnecessary activity of which the ecological implications are largely unknown. Others argue that the practice shows no respect for these endangered species. While some shark diving trips are used for carrying out research on shark behavior, others are mainly for the entertainment of us tourists. So are we practicing ethical tourism by supporting this? Well, here is something to support. An organization taking care of animals that remain bruised and battered by the effects we leave as tourists. This is the African Conservation Experience, a volunteer charity organization transforming the lives of Africa's animals and travelers from around the world. Take a look.
There is a definite sense of unity with everybody. It's a rehab and then a release centre. Those animals that will be released, it's about doing something productive for them while they're here, whether that be cleaning the bomas or cutting the grass for the food. Or they eat so much. The rhinos eat a lot.
I like working with the rhinos. They're very special to me. Whenever I'm with them, they're not scared, they feel protected.
Run, Ronald, run! This baby that's behind these doors, she's about 6 months old. We found her with her mom that has been poached 3 days ago. So what we're trying to do is we put a blindfold on to minimize the stress of that. And then as well as the earplugs so that she can't hear any strange noises. She's coming on really well now that she's settling in.
So according to the World Animal Protection, 550,000 animals are snatched from the wild, trained by inflicting pain, and are living in severely inadequate conditions, or are chained and isolated just to entertain us tourists. Why don't we change this? There is a balance to everything, and the pursuit of travel can be done responsibly with awareness of the environment and its inhabitants. So let's continue this conversation on Facebook and Twitter at Nyasha K. Mutizwa. I am Nyasha K. Mutizwa. Until next time.